Welcome to Old Faithful. He just got that guitar back from Haggerty's Music Works where we are. He's a little excited. I am your host, Matthew Trask. Thanks to Haggerty's Music Works. Thanks to the incomparable Johnny Hastings making me and my guests look good every other week. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel, Matthew Trask. Like, share, and subscribe to the Haggerty's Music Works channel, Haggerty's Music Works. Please support my friends at Black Hills Blend Espresso, 4 convenient locations here in Rapid City. I, as always, am super excited about this episode of the show, but this man may be more excited about my show than I am. And thanks to friend of the show, super fan of the show, recent guest of the show, and my personal friend, Jonathan Arneo, for making the acquaintance of this man. I met him online last week and just met him about a half hour ago. Zachary Not Help Him. How are you?
Doing good, Matt.
It is so nice to meet you and to have you on the show. We're going to nerd out a lot, but we have to start with the last name, which I'm guessing has been the source of many playground jokes, a lot of frustration, and a lot of confusion.
Growing up with that name, it was a little tough,
So tell us about you and your growing up, with emphasis on your musical journey.
I grew up on a Pine Ridge Indian reservation. Growing up, you never have a lot to do. Our family has always been poor. We never could really afford the royalties and necessities as other kids. And growing up, my grandpa, Claire, not help him, rest in peace. He was the one that kind of paved the way for me to play guitar. Growing up, he used to always be at the table, be playing his acoustic guitar. He'll be playing like the Hollies and everything.
Right.
Some Johnny Cash, and I always thought that was so cool. And my grandpa, he played guitar. My uncle, a couple of my uncles in my family, they played guitar as well, and so it kind of runs in the family.
Sure. Yeah. Were any of them in bands?
I don't think so. They just played out of like hobby.
Sure. Okay. All right.
But around the age of 9, 8, so I gained interest in playing guitar,
right.
and I got my first guitar around 10 or so. It was a first act electric guitar. It has
Perfect.
It's like a little camouflage electric guitar, and it has like this built-in speaker on it.
Oh, nice.
It was okay for my first guitar ever, but
But you were a rock star.
Yeah, and like I played it on and off here and there. I was more self-taught. I had to learn everything myself.
Sure. Yeah.
But I never really took the guitar seriously until I was about 15.
Okay.
That's whenever I got my my Jackson. At the time when I got it,
we're gonna talk more about this for damn sure. Yes.
Yeah. At the time I got it, it was a natural wood color.
Okay.
I got it around my 15th birthday, so I had it ever since then. That's about 6 years.
You would have to tell me. If you say 6 years, I'll go with it.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 years.
You apparently are about 21 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, then it'd be 6 years according to my mathematics. But let's go back to Grandpa Claire's guitar. Do you remember what that was?
I believe it was like a maroon, like a dark red Tenera.
Okay. Yeah.
He was big into like classical stuff, like not exactly classical, but he was like old school style.
Sure. Yeah.
I remember he changed out the 2 high strings, the G, the B, and the E. He changed them out to I think nylon. Or is it fishing wire? I don't know. It looks really like fishing wire.
Right.
It might be nylon. Don't give me. Yeah, I think it might have been, but it plays like amazing. Like those 2, the high strings.
Right.
The nylon and the rest are just steel.
I did encounter recently at a pawn shop a guitar with 3 wound steel strings and 3 nylon strings. And I thought that's really weird. But apparently some people do this.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up. So, did you live with your grandpa or did he visit often?
I grew up with my grandparents.
So, that guitar was in the corner?
Yeah. Every now and then, I would never go in his room, you know, because he never really liked anybody's room, but he'd come out every now and then with his guitar, and he'll be tuning it up, and he'll be playing something. And I just thought, oh, that was the coolest thing ever, you know? And
but you didn't, he kept it in the room?
Yeah.
You didn't sneak in and like plink, plink, plink or anything?
I really wanted to, but I didn't want to get in trouble.
You're good. You were a good kid.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. So, do we have anything more to talk about that? Your first guitar was a first act.
Yeah.
It was a first act electric guitar with a built-in speaker.
Yeah, it was camouflage colored and it had a speaker. It sounded terrible, but you know, it's your first guitar at 9
It's
years
your first
old.
guitar, yeah. Was this your second guitar?
Yeah, I believe so. This is my
Okay.
second.
This was quite an upgrade then.
Yeah, whenever I first started taking guitar seriously and
Sure.
really putting in the time and effort into what it
So
is.
when you bought this one, did you start taking lessons or anything? Were you in a band or?
No, I was all self-taught.
Okay, all right. And so, because this guitar, unfortunately or fortunately, does not have a built-in speaker. So what was your first amplifier?
I never really had a amp back then.
Right.
But I had you know, I was going through tough times, so I had an Xbox, and I had this game called Rocksmith.
Okay.
And then, what comes with the game is like a cord where you can plug your guitar into the Xbox.
Right.
And then they have like amps and stuff, simulators and everything on there.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
so you can like turn up your TV really loud and just put on one of those amp things, and then it's like a speaker right on your TV. So that's what I used growing up in my teenage years was that, you know.
Another parallel from my life, I did at one point encounter a man who did not have an amplifier, and so he plugged his guitar with some cord into a VCR and ran it through the TV. But he didn't have any amp sims, it was just whatever the VCR was doing. But it made sound.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's lots of ways. I forget there's other ways. What was your favorite amp sim?
I remember there's like some Eddie Van Halen presets on there.
Sure.
I'm a big Eddie Van Halen
fan.
Heavily influenced by him, so
Right.
anything Eddie Van Halen, you know, I always just go with it.
Sure. So, do we want to at this juncture talk about this guitar?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's dive right into it.
All right.
I will pick it up. Yeah, so you got this 6 years ago?
Yeah, back in 2016, February 2016.
Okay. Where did you get it?
I was going high school down in Riverside, California. It's a boarding school called Sherman Indian High School.
Oh, okay.
And you know, I back in it was my freshman year, so like that's whenever my interest really started. You know, I listened to I'd have my headphones in class and everything, which I wasn't supposed to. I'd be listening to Eddie Van Halen, you know,
Sure.
I'd listen to like Motley Crue. I listened to a lot of Night Ranger. You know,
Okay, nice.
Some Poison, you know, some Twisted Sister, some Skid Row, some Slaughter, you know, and like you're really like learning, like hearing all the guitar solos and stuff on those songs, just like really just.
Sure.
But one funny story is before I got that guitar, I was I think it was around like 2 in the morning. I didn't have a roommate back then, but I was listening to like Night Ranger, and I was really in the zone. I had my earphones in full blast, and I didn't have a guitar, so I just had a broom, and I was pretending I was shredding on it and soloing. And then one of the staff walked in, and I was like, "Oh crap!" I was pretending like I was pretending I was like room like cleaning my room at like 2 in the morning, you know. So it was embarrassing.
We've all done that. Every one of us.
Yeah.
So you bought this in Riverside, California?
Oh no, my mom got it off a musician's friend, and it got delivered there.
Oh, okay, all right.
But you can see the old, what it used to be,
Right.
under the
So
nitro.
thanks to your mom, first of all. Yeah. Wow, that was nice of her. And it was delivered to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know it was coming?
Not exactly.
Okay.
I just told her I wanted a guitar like that, and it just came in the mail out of nowhere.
Wow, that is so cool. had you played something like this?
No, that was the first for me.
So this was kind of the guitar of your dreams that you had not experienced. Did you, in fact, fall in love with it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a love-hate relationship. It was tough love, you know.
Right.
My first guitar ever really that I spent time with, you know. It had a Floyd Rose on it, and I had to learn all that by myself, setting it up. And so it was a lot of pain.
Sure. Were there, at the Sherman Indian School in Riverside, California, were there any other musical colleagues?
Yeah, there was a lot of other kids around here, like the Navajos, and like some of them either be way better at me, and I would look up to them and be like, man, I wish I could play like that. Because back then, I didn't even know what a G chord was.
Sure. So did you guys get together and jam, or?
You know, as much as I wanted to, but you know, back then I was really self-conscious about my playing.
Right.
I just didn't like enjoy playing in front of people. But as you get older, you know, you kick that.
Sure. Did you sit down with like one of them ever and say, "Hey, show me how to do that," or "How did you do that?" or
Yeah.
sneak in their rooms and play their guitars? They weren't your grandpa.
Oh, yeah, I would every now and then. They're all way older than me. You know, I was 14 at the time, and they're all big 18-year-old seniors. And
Right.
I didn't want to get punched in the face for playing their guitar. So,
Well, you know.
so you know, I had to kind of go in there every now and then and just be like, "Whoa, that's."
Who had the best rig at Sherman in school?
I don't really know his name, but he was a Navajo from Arizona. He had a 7-string ESP. He had that thing tuned to some crazy tuning that I didn't know at the time. I think it was like drop C standard. Like
Right.
It was in C standard, but like it was like dropped down or something.
Right.
So it was like really, really heavy, and I didn't know.
Right.
I was wondering like, why does this chord sound weird? Like it was an open tuning. You
Right.
know?
Okay. All right. Did you like the 7-string feel? I noticed we don't have one.
You know, at the time I didn't really feel like dip my toes in
Sure.
that water. Yeah, you know, because
What was his amplifier? I suppose you didn't plug into their amps because you didn't want to get punched in the face. But...
imagine his was like a Line 6 Spider.
Oh, okay.
One of the classics.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that. So, tell us more about this. I know that you did some modifications to it.
Oh, I did a lot of modifications. You know.
Why don't we go ahead and talk about the modification?
Well, for my senior year, for my senior project at Wall, we had to do senior projects, and at the time I didn't know what to really do. You know, I was considering building my own guitar, you know, but you know, I was running at a time, so I figured, you know, why the hell not? You know, my guitar needs some paint on it, so I just did a full makeover on her. You know, I got new parts. I changed out the pickups to Seymour Duncan JB and a bridge and a jazz and a neck.
Okay, so you did that.
Yeah.
All right.
And I was having a hard time with the soldering, so I kind of needed some help on that area. But I did all the painting myself. I got some nitro Sonic Blue from StuMag.
Okay.
And then I think that's pretty much all I did. You know, change the pickups. I wanted to change the bridge out because this licensed Jackson Floyd Rose isn't exactly really great, but you know, it works.
Right. So, but you left the bridge.
Yeah, I left the bridge.
All right. Did you enjoy doing modifications to your guitar?
Oh yeah, you know, it was one of a trip. You know.
Did you do any more shielding underneath for the pickups, or was it fairly well shielded?
Yeah. I think I did. You know.
Right. Okay. And did you paint it solid, and in the intervening years do all this wear?
Yeah, I painted it all solid, and I didn't think I put enough coats as is, because you know, a couple years later, you know, it started chipping off.
Well, this is what a lot of people strive for, is natural wear, that you didn't like drag a chain across it or something. You just, nitro is very thin paint.
Yeah.
And it scuffs easily.
Yeah.
So this looks really, really cool, actually. But you did that. You didn't relic it.
No.
Like drag it down the road behind a pickup or something.
Oh no.
No.
Oh god.
We would never do that to you, would we? No.
Yeah, and it got dropped a couple times. It has
Well, of course. Yeah. You got to drop them,
yeah,
I think.
it hurt to drop it. But
So, next, should we talk about your amp or your guitar? Your other guitar?
yeah, we could talk about my gunslinger real quick.
The what?
Yeah, my gunslinger.
Okay, I believe this is the second BC Rich on the show. So, thank you for bringing another BC Rich on the show. Tell us about this.
I got it for my. I just got it recently. I got it for my 21st birthday.
Nice.
Came all the way from London, so I had to wait a couple months to get
Really?
it. But
Okay.
it's a 2009 made in Korea BC Rich gunslinger. It's based off the original run of the gunslingers back in the late 80s.
Right?
So yeah, you can tell it's got that late 80s
Very 80s looking
vibe
guitar.
to it,
Yes.
reverse headstock and
Right.
single humbucker Floyd Rose and
Not a lot of contours on the body. It
it has this wacky contour.
Oh, look
right
at
here.
I'm so glad I brought that up. That is very wacky.
So you got
isn't it?
action to that 22nd
That's the
fret.
right word. Do you like that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot comfortable. You
Nice.
get up to that 22nd really
And
easy.
we have, among the other things, we have a garish yellow color, very 80s, like Yellow Jacket yellow. Perfect. We've got one pickup, one humbucker pickup, and one knob. Because we don't need all that fancy folderol. We just need to rock.
yeah.
Yeah. So, has that become your number one guitar?
It's hard to say. 'Cause this one has always been
I'm sorry.
by my
I
side.
shouldn't have asked that question.
As much as I love this guitar, I think that one will always be my number one.
Sure. Okay. Well, perfect. And we will move you for just a second, maybe. No, don't do that. Oh, there we go. Okay. What a production here on Old Faithful. Okay. Oh, we're going to have more trouble. Hang on. Maybe Johnny can edit that. Maybe he can't. Who knows? We'll find out when it comes out. And we will talk about this amplifier.
I got this one. I believe back in July or August. It was. I remember about a year ago, around February of last year. That's whenever I really first saw it for the first time. I remember, it was sitting in your guys' amp room for the longest time.
Sure.
And I got the money, and I just figured, why the hell not, and I just pulled the trigger on her, and I bought her, and it's the best investment I've got so
Nice.
far.
When he says you guys, I think he's still kind of nervous, and that's so nice. I feel so good, but he means Haggerty's, of course. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he bought it at Haggerty's Music Works, and were you still playing through the Xbox?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throughout my whole teenage years, I've been using
That was
Xbox.
working. So this is kind of your first amplifier?
My first, real actual one.
Right.
I had a couple of amplifiers back in the day, but they were, small Fender
Okay,
ones, and
sure.
they didn't have distortion on them. They were just
Right.
all clean.
Oh, that's terrible.
So it wasn't fit for
Like Johnny Cash all your life? That's ridiculous.
wasn't exactly fit for my style of music.
Right.
So.
So, did you play it quite a bit before you bought it, or?
Yeah, I tried to. I came into the store every now and then, and I'd pick up the guitar I was eyeballing at the time, just plug it in.
Sure.
And then,
And why did? Because they make this in several different sizes and configurations. What drew you to this one, or was it the only one they had, which might have been the case?
yeah, plus it was 100 watt, and it was pretty big. And
Okay. You
was-
like big.
Yeah.
As you get older, you'll like big or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're young. You're 21, as we determined. So, so this is in the ongoing Swiss Army Knife amp wars. Swiss Army Knife amp war between kind of Fender, PV, Line 6, and Boss.
Yeah.
This is Boss's latest entry, the Katana.
Yeah.
It's got enough knobs, I think.
It's got built-in effects, and it's got presets, and
Do you use a lot of things, or do you find that you mostly do what you do?
I like to mess around with the
You do.
the presets and everything, you know.
Sure.
You know, like it has all the effects and everything.
Right.
You could create all this
You gotta love that.
wonky sounds, and it sounds pretty crazy. You know, it has about 5 different settings on there.
Sure. Does it have an attenuator so you can play it quieter? I didn't look.
Not really. It just has like a wattage, like a power control.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. You can go up
Okay.
to 100 watt, 50 watt, and
Okay.
0.5 watts. So you can get pretty.
So
quiet.
you can play it without annoying your grandmother or your sister or your girlfriend
Yeah.
or whatever.
And you can plug earphones into it. You know, it's pretty convenient.
Nice. Do you play it every day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Every time I get off work, you know, I just plug it in, even when I feel like I'm annoying everybody else in my house. you
Sure.
know, it's-
So, are these your 2 guitars? Do we have any more? Do we have an acoustic somewhere?
Yeah, I have a couple acoustics. You know,
Okay.
my grandpa's old red one now.
Oh, you have that. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So.
Does it still have 3 nylon strings on it?
Yeah.
It does. Wow.
Sounds amazing. You know.
And you still play it sometimes.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Are you in a band?
No, not as of right now.
Not right now. Do you write songs or instrumentals, compositions of
Yeah,
any kind?
I have a few pieces of my own.
Okay.
Of my own
Have
material.
you recorded them, and are they somewhere? Spotify, SoundCloud, anything like that?
No.
Not yet.
I've never gotten that far.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
But I would love to down the road.
Well, you're 21. There's a lot of time ahead of you, and I bet we'll do it for you. Yeah, we're gonna do it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do we have anything else that we need to talk about?
I'm not too sure. Is there any-
What strings do you use?
9s?
You use 9s.
Yeah. I feel like they're perfect. You know, they're not too heavy, not too light. You know.
First of all, completely agree with that. Any particular brand or
Just Ernie Ball.
Ernie
I
Ball?
feel like I can do a lot of
Right.
like that.
Nice.
One break.
Did you experiment with different strings on the different guitars, or just pretty much what you play is what your guitars get?
Yeah, I experimented every now and then. You know, I tried out some different brands.
Sure.
And, you know, I felt Ernie Ball was strong. You know, they didn't break as frequent. You know, you can
Nice.
pull up the bar as far as you can, and
Right.
it'll still be in tune. And
Nice. Perfect. These both have locking rock and roll style.
yeah, locking nuts.
Right, locking nuts and the whole 9 yards. So you do occasionally, you will break a string
Yeah.
on occasion.
Yeah, every so often.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna play hard, you're gonna break a string.
yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that we need to talk about? If you could have your dream guitar, what would it be?
Oh, I would think. You ever heard of Robin guitars?
I have. Yep.
You ever heard of the band Slaughter?
I have.
Tim Kelly, he used a Robin guitar on it. Had this shape on it and had the big long hockey stick reverse
Okay.
headstock. And
All right.
he always had one of those. He has this one where it has a Simpsons version of him on it. I always thought that was so cool, and you know, I always Tim Kelly. He's one of my influences. And
So would you want a Robin guitar with a Simpsons version of you on it? Was that what you would
I
want?
mean, not exactly, but like if it was possible, yeah,
That sounds pretty cool. I'm
be-
starting to be very glad I asked this question.
that would be awesome. But you know, just any Robin guitar, you know.
Hey, nice. So do you want to play us out? Do you want to play us out on this guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Why don't you tune up and I will do my little dog and pony show over here. And yeah, we'll switch guitars.
Under that. That one was just fun though.
There we go.
Yeah, this one's way lighter than that one.
It is so light, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my number one.
While he tunes up, Remember my sponsorship with Trask Hay LLC, large, round, and square bale. But more importantly, custom haying services. We've gotten some rain here in western South Dakota and the Great Plains in general. You may have hay crop and you may need help putting it up. Call Joe Trask, 515-0858. Wolfgang Van Halen says change your strength. How's that?
This is change your strings.
Yeah. Are you ready? We're going to tune up and then we'll go. Do you need all these picks out of here? Or do they help reduce resonance?
Oh no, they don't really bother anything because I'm using the fine tuners.
Cool.
Because while this is locked up, I won't have to touch these at all. I just use the fine tuners down here. I'm tuned at 432 hertz.
Oh? Is that what you're normally tuned to?
Yeah. Everybody says they use 436 or 440, but 432 is... I don't know, it just sounds pleasing, you know?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Zachary Not Help Him.